All right, Bulls fans. Oops, we had a issue with that, but this is your 12U Bulls taking on the Memphis Junior River Kings. SYTHL League Play. My name's Justin Cole. I will be emceeing this thing for you guys. Bulls coming off a big 9-1 win over the Ice Bandits. Starting in net for this game will be capital G Graham Stephen. Graham off a huge game against the Columbus Cottonmouths yesterday. Graham had some clutch saves in that game. Hey, Lonnie Vogan, we see you. I think Jack's due for one in this one. He was hungry for one last game, so I think he's going to connect on this one. We'll see how the Bulls do. Had a lot better passing and cycling the puck going on in the last game. Lots of shots from the blue line, which is something we harp on. About a minute 20 left in this warm-up. 13-minute periods, minute and a half penalties. Go ahead and, while we're warming up, take this opportunity to say thanks to our coaches. Appreciate you guys. Also want to give a big shout out to all of the parent volunteers this weekend. Appreciate everything you guys did to make this come together, between running the game clocks, scoring it on the iPads for the league and all that stuff. Couldn't make this happen without our parents, so thanks to our parents. And thanks to all of you watching, cheering our Bulls on. About 20 seconds left in the warm-up. Be getting the pucks up. Moving on. I stayed around and scored the Memphis game as they played the Rampage last night, and they gave the Rampage a run for their money. Here we go. We'll get this thing running here in just a second. If you have access to the chat, want to give a Go Bulls, a shout out to a player, by all means, feel free. Any Memphis folks watching this, feel free to mute me. All right, couple of last minute words of advice from Coach Chris and Coach Josh. Also want to say a big thank you to Gus Federley, who helps run the bench while I'm up here videoing. All right, coming out for the Bulls, we have Remy Uptain at center. On his left, Nate Key on his right, Will Federley back on defense. We've got Trip Freeman and Lucas Colemager. You're welcome, Sean. All right, here we go. Remy wins the faceoff over to Will. He spins, goes back, passes it up, looking for Remy, but cannot connect as the River Kings put a stick on it. Will presses forward in the zone now. River Kings steal it away, but not before Remy Uptain skates over it and tips it back in deeper. River Kings trying to clear the zone here. It gets back to the blue line. Colemager goes around one, and it gets over to Nate Key now. Bulls have to tag up Nate Key in the zone. Nate Key, high slot, drops it off for Remy. Remy trying to backhand it back up for Nate, but it bounces over towards Will. Will skates wide, tries to backhand one to the center. Nothing doing. River Kings working it in the corner. They go around. Colmajor skates up from his defensive spot, deep in the zone. Colmajor works it towards the middle, takes a shot off the side of the net. Colmajor sends it around looking for Nate Key, but Memphis gets there first. Nate Key gets tangled up with one, passes it behind the net off of his belly. Nate's got it in the corner, goes back to his defense. Colmajor lines it with a shot from way downtown, blocked by the goalie. Nate Key tries to clean it up. Memphis recovers, trying to exit the zone here. This one does jump over Tripp's stick, and it's back to Colmajor. He's going to send it right back at him, though. And just like that, Bulls back in the zone. Nate Key with the forward pressure. Meanwhile, Bulls taking a line change on the back end. Here comes Jack. Jack with the pressure, and Ethan sends that one forward, but a River King bats it right back into the Bulls zone. Bulls work it out into neutral ice. Here comes Jack, tips it forward, but the River Kings defense sitting back, sends it right back at the Bulls. This one's going to be in the zone again. River Kings playing deep. Caleb Doro in. He tips it forward. Can't hook up with Jack, though, but it gets to Ethan in his skates. Ethan's got it in the corner, skates around behind the net. Ethan looking for some passing options. It's going to hit Big Ben up here at the blue line. Big Ben skates it in, takes a shot. Right there, close. It's still live, but the goalie jumps on it. Nice stop by the Kings goalie. I'm going to keep the same line out here. Some defensive changes here. Big Ben will stay out, but Colton Pennington comes in. Jack ties up, wins this one back over to Caleb. Caleb goes to Ethan. Ethan takes a shot high, and the goalie jumps up and snatches that one out of the air. Another nice save by the goalie. Nice face-off win and play there by the Bulls. Same line staying out. Kings win this one, but nobody's in the corner to get it, so Ethan jumps on it, sends it back to Big Ben. Big Ben tries for the backhanded pass over to Pennington. Can't get to him, so he chips it in deep for Ethan. Ethan centers it to Jack. Jack takes a point-blank shot, defended by the goalie. Jack digging it, back to Caleb. Caleb tries to go across to Ethan. Cannot make it there. Ethan gets it from the high slot, takes a shot. Glove down by the River Kings goalie. Kings goalie coming up aces right now. Line change for the Bulls. It's Keegan, Gus, and Sasha now. Back on defense, Bay Thomas and Fisher Renicky. Kings win this one. Winger can't wrangle the puck in through his feet, and Gus Federley comes and steals it. Gus takes a chip shot, but it's off the side of the net. Kings recover. So he swallows it up. And we're not getting any internet now. There it goes. Sorry if the stream drops out, you guys. It's internet's being goofy on me. Bulls win this one back. Fisher goes wide to Bay. Bay takes a shot from way downtown, and the deflection by Keegan almost ramps up over the goalie's shoulder. River Kings working this one out. Bay's got to drop back. She does, gets there first. She's going to send this one up, but a shot from the point is defended by Graham. Way to keep your head on the swivel there. Graham saw that one all the way in and swallowed that one up. Line change for the Bulls. Here comes Remy, Nate, and Will. Back on defense is Tripp and Colmajor. Remy wins this one over to Nate. Nate pushes up the far side boards. Nate past one in the zone now. He's just got one guy to beat. He's got Will Federley with him. Sends it over to Remy. Remy takes a shot, defended by the goalie. Here comes the River Kings right back at the Bulls. Colmajor playing deep. Gets it, sends it over, looking for Nate Key, but cannot get to him. Remy wounds up tripping the guy. Not so much, but the guy fell down, so Bulls going to go on a penalty kill here. Again, apologies if the stream gets choppy on us at all. The internet decided to be goofy, so. Will Federley takes the face-off, wins it back to Colton Pennington. Colton on the rush, sends it across for Big Ben. Big Ben chases the pass into the zone. Here comes Nate Key. Nate Key takes a shot from the boards, wide. Gets back to Colton, jumps past Colton. Big Ben drops back, covers his defensive partner. He backhands one up for Nate. Nate has it, a lot of space to work with. Deeks around one, Nate through the center. Nate moving into King territory, around one and around another, but has to chase it in the corner, and Nate trucks that kid. We're going to have a penalty on Nate. Yep. So Bulls will go 5-on-3 as Nate Key's going to go to the box for roughing. Can't bring your hands up like that and hit somebody in the face. So 47 seconds, Bulls will be on a 5-on-3. 8:16 left in the first. Oops, sorry about that. Kicked the tripod. Ethan Buck wins this face-off, takes it behind the nets, being pursued. He's going to toss this one up and way down the ice, just killing a little bit of time. That'll be an icing. Score still 0-0 right now. Ethan Buck again for the face-off. He's got Lucas Colmajor and Jude Cody with him. Wins it over to Colmajor. Colmajor tips it forward and pokes it out of the zone. Colmajor beats the defense flat-footed, and somebody look at this. Lucas Colmajor with the shorty, 5-on-3. Gives the Bulls first blood. What a play. Lucas having a pretty good weekend. He scored several goals this weekend. Kings win this one forward towards the Bulls. Jude Cody recovers in the Bulls zone. He goes to Colmajor. Colmajor goes wide. No one's out there, but it's going to get into King territory, and it's on net, so no icing. Ethan Buck's going to give a little forecheck pressure here. Here comes Colmajor. That's offsides. No call, though. They should have stopped that one. Colmajor trying to keep it in the blue line. They're going to send this one out, and Jude Cody's playing conservatively on this 5-on-3. Sends it over, looking for Ethan. Ethan tips it forward, but River Kings recover. Now Remy's out of the box. This one gets back to Jude on the near side boards. He tries to get Ethan. Ethan going to go through the legs of a defender, gets it out into the neutral zone. Ethan trying to work it forward. Now Colmajor's got it. He's going to go up the far side boards, tosses it in deep, and we're going to get some changes on the backside for the Bulls. Still down a man. Remy takes a shot from the boards. Now Ethan's coming in as a defender, deflected that. River Kings trying to clear. Tripp stops it at the blue line, but loses the puck to big number 6, and out he goes. Sends it down. Nate Key's playing back deep. Nate trying to poke this one and move it around, but the River Kings put a stick on it. Moment of pause there, but now Nate's on the rush. Nate trying to split the defense. He does, takes a shot, and the goalie coming up with the glove save. Amazing play by the River Kings goalie to stop that one. I thought for sure Nate had it. Keegan Brennan out for the face-off. Wins it over to Gus. Gus takes a shot from the slot and nothing doing. Keegan goes for the wraparound, and Keegan Brennan tucks it in on the backside of the net. Puts number 2 on the board for the Bulls. Same line is out. 6 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first. Gets back to Tripp. Tripp settles it down, goes D to D, hits Bay wide. Bay with a stretch pass up to Keegan. Keegan's in the zone now. Keegan goes around one, moves it wide. He's got Gus and Sasha with him. Keegan takes a shot. It's off the post. River Kings send it around behind the net. River Kings are going to exit the zone now. Moving in, but they go right into the teeth of the defense, and Bay Thomas lofts it up for Gus. Gus advancing up the boards. Now up to Keegan. Keegan's on the rush. It's him and the goalie and two other Bulls, and the puck is still live. River Kings send it out and way down the ice. Probably going to be an icing if I had to guess. Yeah. What a play, and I got to give credit to the River Kings goalie here. That kid is standing on his head to keep some of these out of the net. Bulls win this over to Caleb Doro. Caleb goes back to Fisher Renicky on his defense. Fisher goes wide looking for Ethan. Ethan gets the puck. Loses it as the defenders swarm all over him. Fisher trying to keep this one from advancing far into the neutral zone. Recovers, goes back to his defensive partner, Big Ben. Big Ben hits Ethan right at the blue line. Ethan and Jack get kind of twisted up. Ethan now advancing in. Drops it back for Big Ben. Big Ben winds up and shoots wide left. Fisher's going to recover on the far side boards. Going over to Big Ben. Big Ben winds up again. Skates it in a little closer. A soft pass over to Ethan. Jack. Jack can't jam it home. Back to Ethan now. Ethan to Big Ben. Big Ben going to take another shot, but the River King took that one right off the shin pads. And I know that one hurt. Caleb Doro recovers. Circles. Passes to Jack right in the slot. Point blank shot for Jack. Deflected by the goalie. Again, back to Jack. Jack takes another shot off the side of the net. Jack Hooper is hungry for one. Ethan to Jack. Jack gets pinched, so he sends it back to Ethan. Ethan settles it down. Hits Big Ben, who's open up on the blue line. Big Ben got some space. Goes to Caleb. Caleb tries for the deflection goal. Nothing doing. Back to Big Ben again. Memphis doesn't have an answer for Big Ben. Caleb Doro's right there. Ethan Buck tries to clean up the loose change. Goalie coming away, just stonewalling the Bulls right now. Fisher to Big Ben. Big Ben loses it off the edge of his stick, so he just dumps it in the corner. Ethan's going to get there first. Ethan back to Caleb. Caleb tries to center this one, but the River Kings put a stick on it, and they're going to advance this one into the neutral zone. Big Ben settles it down, goes D to D for his partner Fisher. Fisher hits Caleb Doro in space. Caleb Doro is going to work this one in deep for the Bulls, and we're going to line change here. Bulls dump it in, making some changes. Colton Pennington checks in on defense. Remy Uptain in for center. They send it back. Colton picks this one up. He goes wide, hits the ref in the butt. And River King is going to advance this one in, but Nate Key with the pickpocket. Nate Key working through space. We have Will Federley was offsides. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Remy for the face-off. Nate on his left, Will on his right. Back on defense, Cole Major and Colton Pennington. Kings win this one. Bulls trying to disrupt this play. Pennington drops way back deep in Bulls territory. Hits Nate Key on the boards. Nate tips it up for Remy. Remy tips it up, and here comes Will. Will Federley on the rush all by his lonesome. And that's one for Will Federley. Mr. Business himself won't celebrate. He got a big old smile on his face this time, though. Comes over, shakes Coach Josh's hand. There's no high fives for Will. It's a handshake, by God. Here we go. Coming out for the Bulls, Keegan Brennan, Sasha Dedu, Gus Federley on offense. Back on defense, Jude Cody, Tripp Freeman. 2 minutes, 47 seconds left in the first here. Keegan tries to win this one forward. Back to Tripp, though. Tripp looking for Gus. Riverkings recover it, though, but Sasha taps it over to Tripp. Bulls can't keep the forward pressure going. It gets back in the zone, but Jude Cody drops back. He hits Keegan on the far side. Keegan overruns that one just a little bit. Kings trying to push into Bulls territory. Sasha not giving him an ounce of room to work, and Jude Cody with the poke check. This one's just going to roll back towards Graham, and Graham jumps on that one. 2:15 left to play in the first. Here comes Keegan, pokes it forward, but the Kings defense gets there first, but not before Sasha follows up, gets it up to Gus, and Gus is on a breakout, takes a shot, misses wide. Sasha recovers behind the net, wraps around, goes back to his defense. Jude settles it down at the blue line. Jude takes a booming shot. Gus tries for the deflection, and the goalie dives on it. Nice play there all around. Jude lofted that one up, and Gus was trying for the tip in. Jack Hooper out for the face-off. He's got Ethan and Caleb with him. Gets towards Ethan. Ethan tries to poke it back to Big Ben. Big Ben gets trucked at the blue line, which is not something I say often. Kings on the rush. They take a shot. Kick save by Graham. In the corner now. Bulls trying to dig this one out. Caleb goes wide. Big Ben at the red line, trying to advance it in the zone. He does, just throws it in deep. Going to play his defensive position. Caleb Doro recovers on the far side boards. Ethan Buck gets in. Ethan collides. Ref's going to have to settle this down. It gets back to Big Ben. He's got an opportunity here. Goes high. Goalie stays up. Jack slow getting up off the ice, but he's up now. Ethan Buck throws the brakes on right there. Ethan working it in towards the tight. Centers it for Jack. Jack spins, fires right through the crease. And Kings are going to recover on the near side boards. Kings trying to get it out of the zone. They do, but Ethan Buck's there, slowing him down. Pokes it right back out. They're offsides right now. There they go. They tag up. Big Ben picks it up, skates it forward, exits the zone, but a stick from a defender causes it to bounce over to Bay Thomas. Bay's going to go up the far side boards, sends it up for Ethan Buck. It's Ethan and his whole line advancing in. Oh, but the Kings put a stick on it. Bay's going to send this one wide, slow it down, give her defensive team time to get back. Bay battling with little number 3 over there. They take a shot well wide of the net. Big Ben chipping it forward for Caleb Doro. Ethan Buck's going to exit the zone. Oh, not quite. We got, okay, it was offsides. Five seconds left in this period. We've got Jack, Ethan, Caleb, Bay, and Big Ben out for the Bulls. Puck is dropped. Kings get it. They're going to send it deep in Bulls territory, and that's probably going to do it for this period. So Bulls up 3-0 right now. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you guys. All right, we are back. Subbing in the net will be Elijah Cole for the second period. Out for the Bulls, we have Remy, Nate, and Will. Back on defense, Fisher and Colton. Puck is dropped. Remy wins it back to Colton. He goes wide looking for Will. Will's just going to toss this one in, and the Bulls will pursue it. Remy battling in the corner. Tried to get it back to Nate, but looks like the Kings are going to clear this one into the neutral zone. Fisher stops it from getting deep in Bulls territory, sends it over to Will. Will assesses his options, passes it up for Colton. Colton tips it over towards Nate. Nate Key circling wide. Nate Key trying to clear him out some space. Here goes Nate. Splits the defense, but he overruns the pass. Oh, but he recovers it as the Kings try to clear. Nate passes through his legs and right to a Kings defender. Fisher going to help him hold the blue line. Nate's going to work it in deeper. Nate recovers. Centers one to Colton. Colton goes high. It's blocked. It's still loose. Remy loses his feet in the slot. Bulls shooting on the net, but man, that River Kings goalie is just standing on his head today. Here comes Will. Retreats back, recovers the puck. Skates wide. He's going to hit Remy on the near side boards. Too much on it, though, and Remy's going to have to check back. Here comes Will. Will Federley running around him. Will Federley gets tripped by the goalie. Remy loses his feet. Now Nate has it. He works in towards the center. Takes a shot. Glove down by the goalie, but it's still live. River Kings working to clear the zone. They get it back. Fisher's got it. He tries to hit Will on the far side, but it's intercepted by big number 6. Now Will working it forward. Will gets it in the zone. Dump, and we'll have a line change for the Bulls, at least a partial line change. Keegan comes in. Sasha's in. Sasha to Keegan. Keegan goes around one. Over to Sasha. Shot wide. Sasha picks it up behind the net, but the River Kings take it away. Gus Federley's in there now. Gus backhands one around, looking for Sasha. Kings get there first, but Sasha disrupts it. Sasha sends it right back at him. Kings settle it down. On the near side boards, Cole Major is going to dig it and get it over to Gus. Gus charging hard towards the center. Gus takes a shot and tucks it in the side of the net. Gus Federley doing his flamingo. Great job by that whole line to move the puck around and stretch that defense out. Gus hard charging right towards the center with an absolute bullet. Same lines out. Back on defense, we'll have a change. We'll have Jude Cody and Bay Thomas. Kings win this one back to their defense. Skate it out wide, pass it up the far side boards. This one's going to be in the zone now. Headed back towards Elijah. Jude will get there first. Rims it around, looking for Sasha. Sasha skating this one up. Loses it off the end of his stick, but it gets over to Gus, who taps it forward. And Keegan, I thought Keegan was off to the races there, but River Kings put a stick on it, and we'll have an offsides. Line change for the Bulls. Here comes the hustle line. Jack, Ethan, and Caleb. Easily been one of the best lines we've had all weekend for cycling the puck around. Jack wins this one over towards Ethan. He skates in the zone, takes a shot from the slot. Nothing doing. Goalie with a kick save. Back to Jude Cody. Oh, Jude fans on the pass, and this one's out of the zone, and it's just him and Bay Thomas now. Jude backtracking, puts a stick on it, and Bay's going to come away with it now. Skates behind the Bulls net. Pressure from the Kings. And this one's going to get back to their defense. They hit a man in the high slot. but Jude Cody shuts it down and tips it up. Jack on the rush now. Can Jack get there? It gets back to Ethan. Ethan in the zone, takes a shot. Low one, rebound, and it's still loose. Wow. Incredible play by the River Kings defense there. Jack Hooper comes in, sends this one back in for Caleb. Caleb going to hit Ethan. Ethan with the one-timer and disrupted by the stick of a defender. Backhand. Nice job, Jack with the backhand to Caleb. Caleb with the one-timer, point blank. What a play by that line. Out for the Bulls. Remy, Nate, and Will back on defense. We've got Colton and Tripp. They win it back towards Tripp. Tripp lost it in his skates, and now Colton has lost his stick, and he's got a race to get there. Elijah seals the pipe. Elijah pokes that one out with his stick. Not going to let him have an easy one. River Kings working in the zone now. Here goes Nate Key. Nate Key working to exit. He's going to hit Will, Will up in space. Will tries to work it in. Defenders everywhere. Back to Nate Key now. Nate drags around one, but they poke check this one away. Get around Tripp, and Fisher's back deep. Fisher is going to settle it down. Looks for his passing options. Goes wide for Tripp. Can't get there. Shot. Gloved by Elijah. That one popped out of his glove, and he had to jump on it quickly. Line change for the Bulls. Here comes Keegan's line. Keegan, Sasha, Gus back on defense. We've got Fisher and Lucas Colmajor. Keegan wins this one forward. Tries to split the defense. Does get it out of the zone. Still moving. Finally gets a little breathing room. In the zone now. Keegan deking around people. Takes a shot. Shut down. The goalie popped it in the air and caught his own rebound. Really great work by the River Kings goalie over there. Bulls win this one. Gus works it in, takes a shot, bounces off a River King defender. River Kings on the rush now. Bulls dropping back in defensive position. Keegan Brennan on the back check, disrupts that one, and Keegan comes away with it now. We have a River King down. They need to blow the whistle. Keegan in the zone. Keegan drags around one. Over to Gus. Gus back to his defense. Fisher goes D to D, and we got a whistle now. We got a River King kid down over here. I don't know if this kid got knocked out. He has not moved much. Really hate to see this. Coaches are out there tending to him. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, as I said that, now he's up and moving. On his own, mostly unassisted. You really just don't want to see a 12-year-old get injured off of playing a sport, but it is a contact sport, so. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. Line changes for the Bulls. We've got Jack, Ethan, and Caleb back out there. Big Ben and Jude back on defense. Riverkings win this one forward. Ethan Buck chops it out of the air, and Caleb Doro with the poke check to keep this one live for the Bulls. And this one does finally squirt past the blue line. Ethan Buck goes wide for Jude Cody. Jude's going to chip it forward for Caleb. Caleb's in the zone now. Stretch pass across for Ethan. Ethan deeks past one, moves it in tight, tries to go across for Caleb on the backside. Cannot get there, though. Caleb gets tripped, and we're going to have a power play for your Bulls, as they're going to put number 21 in the box for tripping. Way to lay out there by Caleb to keep that one in the zone and keep the Bulls' momentum going forward. Same line staying out. Jack tries to push that one forward. Back to Caleb now. Caleb pulls it around one. Just going to chip this one in behind the net, looking for Jack. It's going to go over to Ethan now. Ethan going to send it back to his defenseman. Big Ben wasn't quite in position, though, and this one's going to drop back into Bulls territory. He goes wide looking for Jude. Jude taps it up to Caleb. Caleb in the zone now. Caleb works towards the center, takes a shot. It's off the stick of a defenseman. Here comes Big Ben. Big Ben, oh, defended it. Bounces off his shin pads. Big guy on the rush. Here's Elijah Cole, and they tuck it around his pads. That'll clear that penalty. Oh, wait, no, that was a shorty for them. Never mind. Still on a power play here, though you wouldn't know it. Remy's line is out. Remy wins it over to Will. Will pushes forward. At the blue line now, Tripp chips it towards the center, but nobody's home, and the Kings recover. Now Will with the point-blank shot. Bounce off the goalie's leg pads, but Remy was right there to keep it live. Will back to his defenseman. Pennington goes right back to Will. Nate Key with the love tap on the big dude behind the net, but Nate, you're going to lose that battle. He's bigger than you. Nate Key circles, fires it over to Pennington. Pennington with the one-timer, misses wide left. Colton settles it down, fires another bouncing shot in there, but it's batted down by a River King defender. Remy comes in and disrupts that play. Bulls tag up. In the zone now. Will works around two, but another defender puts a stick on it. Now Remy's going to send this one on net, and the goalie dives on it. .5:11 left to play in the second. Bulls up 5-1. Keegan wins this one back to Cole Major at the blue line, who takes a shot. Chopped down by Sasha. It's still live. They fell on the goalie. They gotta blow that whistle. Gus got pushed from behind and fell on the goalie, and I don't like any goalie getting jumped on like that. Same line. Keegan wins this one over to Will. Will goes back to Cole Major. Cole Major fires a bullet and stops. Excuse me, not Will, Gus. Gus sent it back to Cole Major, who shot. The goalie scooped that one up. Right idea. Bulls got to keep it up. Keegan wins this one back to Bay Thomas. Bay Thomas fires, and another loose one in front of the net. Gus trying to clean up the loose change. Nothing doing, though. Bulls can't get it past this goalie. Keegan wins it to Sasha. Sasha back to Cole Major. Cole Major drags around one, moves in tighter. A shot low, and Sasha tried to clean up the rebound there. Nothing doing. Colmajor keeps it in, works it up the near side boards. Colmajor backhands one for Sasha in the low slot. Back to Bay Thomas now. She fires it to Lucas. Lucas puts a stick on it, and here comes Gus Federle. Gus Federle working it in tight, takes a shot. Glove down by the goalie. 4:36 left on the clock in the second. Hustle line out for the Bulls. Jack Cooper for the faceoff. Jack wins this one over to Ethan. Ethan back to his defense. Big Ben winds up. He's going to fire another missile. That hit somebody in the back, and I know that did not feel good. Jack recovers, takes a shot from the side, bounces off the goalie's pads. Ethan recovers behind the net. He circles, looks for his open pass. Ethan's going to take a shot off the post and in the net. Ethan Buck with an exclamation point. Lauren pushing all kinds of buttons here. So here we go. Bulls up 6-1. Great job by Ethan Buck. There was no pressure on him, so he just took a shot. Jack tries to push this one forward. It goes back to the Bulls defense, over to Big Ben. He chips it up for Caleb. Caleb trying to work around a man, but cannot do it. They send it up to Ethan now. Ethan comes wide on the near side boards, gets smacked, loses his feet, no call. Big Ben tries to keep that one in, but it does jump across the blue line, and we'll have an offsides. Jack again for the faceoff. The Riverkings came away with that, but now Caleb has it. He's trying to advance it in the zone. Does. Ethan's going to swing wide. Trying to stop that one on the boards, but it gets over to Pennington. Chipped in by Jude Cody, and it dripped through a defender's legs. Ethan Buck has it now. Trying to center one for Jack. Can't get to him. Colton over on the near side boards, trying to stick lift there, and they're going to get this one out, and it's just Jude Cody back on defense. Riverkings send it in deep into Bulls territory. Jude gets there, goes behind the net. Jude feeds this one up for Jack. That's offsides, and there's the whistle. Remy, Nate, Will in for the Bulls. Back on defense, Colmajor and Trip Freeman. Remy wins this one over to Nate. Nate goes wide, gets around one. Nate coming up the near side boards. Nate in the zone, drags through, splits the defense, takes a shot low. Will Federle coming in with the cleanup, but man, bodies flying everywhere. Will's got it behind the net now. Will goes around one, trying to make some room, goes back to his defense, back to Colmajor. He winds up, fires a booming shot, and the goalie snatches that one out of the air. Same line out. Kings come away with this one, but Remy ties his man up and gets there right in the low slot. Back to Nate now. Nate cannot keep the puck as the defense was just pressuring all over him. Defense dropping back. Remy with the back check steals it away to Lucas Colmajor now. Colmajor behind the Bulls net. Loses it, and Nate Key's got to come in and help him out. Here comes Nate in the corner. Nate just getting absolutely hounded. Now Nate's working around the board, around the net. Lots of open space here on the rush. Nate's turning the Jets on. Goes around one. takes a shot. It's low. It's still loose. Remy cleans that up. Remy Uptain with the rebound score as he does the canoe. Remy Uptain, forecheck, back check, paycheck. He does it all. Good to see him get a goal. Keegan's line is out. Ref's talking to the coaches. I'm not sure what about. All right, so Keegan, Sasha, Gus for the Bulls. Back on defense, Bay Thomas and Big Ben. Keegan pushes this one forward right into the teeth of the Kings defense. Big Ben sends it up for Gus. Gus tips it forward into the zone. Here comes Sasha with the forecheck. Keegan can't quite get a hold of this one. Kings are going to clear this one out. Kings trying to work in the zone there, but Sasha on the back check disrupts that one, sends it over to Keegan. Keegan now dragging past one. Keegan in the zone, but Gus was too far in front of him, and that's going to be an offsides. Those are the sounds of unsupervised hockey siblings. All right, Bulls send the faceoff forward, and the Kings send it right back at him. Dropping back into defensive positions here. Big Ben puts a stick on that one and sends it over in the corner. Gets tied up with his man. Big Ben using his skates to shield the puck. Gets it out to Jack Hooper. Jack trying to go around one, but they seal the boards. That's probably a slash on Big Ben, but no call. Trying for the wraparound. Bay Thomas not going to let him have it. Elijah jams a glove over it and shuts that one down. 57 seconds left in the second period. Jack again for the faceoff. They win this back towards their defense, but Colton Pennington with the pressure. We've got a turnover now, and Caleb feeds Colton in space. It's Colton and Ethan, and Colton should have gone for the pass there, but all good. Ethan Buck recovers, takes a shot, and I think Jack Hooper tipped that one in. Really nice job by that line, applying all kinds of pressure. Jack was right there to help his teammate out, tipped that one home. Here comes Keegan's line. 38 seconds left in the second. They push forward right off the drop, and here comes Keegan. Round one, round two. Boom. Shoots over the net. Kings send it behind their net. Gets back to Cole Major. Cole Major protecting the puck on the boards here, trying to clear it out, but here comes the Riverkings, and Sasha Dediu goes wide. Oh, intercepted. Kings trying desperately to advance it into Bulls territory, but nothing doing. Keegan Brennan on the forecheck there, and that's going to do it for the period. We'll take a quick 60-second break, and we'll be right back with you for the end of this game. Last period, Bulls push forward off the face-off, and it gets back to Nate Key, who's playing defense. Nate sends it up to Keegan. Keegan over to Bay. Bay playing winger, and this puck is still live. Bulls trying to clean up all the loose change, and the goalie finally dives on it. And Sasha gets upended as he was trying to jam the loose change home. Nate and Remy staying back on defense. Coming in for the Bulls, we're going to have Big Ben and Trip Freeman. See who takes the face-off. Looks like Big Ben's going to take the face-off. We do have a running clock right now. Big Ben chases his own pass to the corner. Over to Trip. Trip trying to work towards the center. Back to Nate Key. Nate from the point takes a shot, hits the goalie right in the mask. Big Ben was there, but he got tangled up with one of the Riverkings and could not get that rebound. Remy at the blue line takes a shot. It's wide. Bay trying to work this one in tighter. She backhands one over to Big Ben. Big Ben, oh, fans on the shot, but recovers, takes another shot, and Big Ben with the score. Great job by Bay to set him up there. Out for the offense, we're going to have Colton Pennington at center. On his right, Lucas Colmajor and Fisher Renicky on left wing. Back on defense, we've got Ethan Buck and Caleb Doro. Ethan retreating back behind his net, goes wide for Fisher. Fisher's going to keep this one moving. Fisher around one, in the zone now. Fisher, it overruns him just a bit, and he gets stood up by one of the Riverkings defensemen. Goalie dives on that one as it was coasting on net, but very, very slowly. Same line. Kings win this one back to their defense. They're going to rim it around, but it looks like Colmajor is going to get there first. He drags this one into the corner. Kid half his size trying to body him off the puck. Not really working. He centers this one for Colton. Colton couldn't quite connect on it, though. Fisher with the shot. Now Ethan Buck moves in. Long shot. Bounces off the goalie's face mask again. Colmajor recovers. Drags around one. Backhands it for Colton in the center, but can't hook up there. And the Kings clear this one way down the ice. Graham's going to play it. Sends it up to Caleb Doro. Caleb trying to work this one out of the zone. He does. Caleb on the rush now. He blows right past two defenders, three defenders, takes a shot. Goalie with the kick save. Back to Ethan Buck. Ethan cycles the puck forward. He's skating in through the center of the ice. He's in the zone now, goes around one, and tries to tap that one home. Nothing doing. Colton tries to clean up the loose change. Man, Riverkings goalie is just coming up with some incredible saves. Colmajor trying to work it in tighter, but right into the teeth of the defense. Ethan Buck backhands this one deep as it gets to the blue line. Colton's going to get there. Colton gets shoved into the boards and then collides with a Riverking defender. Colmajor behind the net, trying to work it around, but gets screened off the puck, and they're going to clear this one out. No, Ethan Buck. Oh, it does come out this time. Back to Caleb. Caleb circles, assesses his passing options. Bulls got to tag up. So now Caleb's just going to dump it in from the blue line. Bulls going to take a line change here. And the goalie dives on it to stop the play. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left and counting here. Sasha Dediu for the faceoff. He's got Jude and Bay with him. Will Federley back on defense, sends this one around. It gets to Bay Thomas. Jude's tied up right in the center there, trying to clear an open space for a centering pass. They send it back to Will. Will fires from the blue line, gets caught up in the skates of some of the defenders there. Sasha barely manages to keep that one onside. Drags around one, drags around two, takes for the net. Back to Gus. Gus was trying to get it back to Bay, but too many River Kings in the way. River Kings pick it up, go behind their net. Bay skating in his hip pocket. Not going to let him have it easy. Bay over to Jude. Jude cannot keep a handle on it. Lots of stick lifts going on. Here comes Sasha. Sasha stops them dead in their tracks and sends it right back behind the net. Sasha picks it up, screens it. Sasha rounds, takes a shot at the net. It bounces back to Bay Thomas. Bay takes a shot, and the goalie flashes the leather and comes up with yet another save. Guys, I know the score is 9-1, but I cannot say enough about some of the saves that the River Kings goalie has made in this game. That kid has worked his tail off, faced a ton of shots. Big Ben wins this one over to Tripp. Tripp back to his defenseman. Oh, it bounces off of big number 6's shin pads, and Keegan's got to turn the jets on and get back there. He sends it across, looking for Big Ben. Big Ben skates it in. Big Ben. Shot gets disrupted. Here comes Colton, but it comes around and gets out of the zone. Keegan loses his feet. Defensive partners dropping back. Here comes Colton. Colton pushes it in, takes a shot, kicked aside by the River Kings goalie. Keegan trying to work it in towards Tripp. Keegan drags around one, drags around two, takes a shot, but it's disrupted by a defenseman. Back to Jack. Jack tries to go D to D, but number 6 read that all the way and was right there waiting for it. Keegan drags around him. Keegan hits Tripp up in space, but it's a little too far in front, and River Kings are going to get there first. Tripp takes a good angle, but he gives a shove to the River Kings player. Probably should have been called. Shot by Colton. Defended well by the goalie. Back to Keegan. Keegan battling with his man, sends it in deep. That one's on net, and the Kings goalie just jumps on it. Cole Major for the face-off. He's got Sasha on his right, Fisher on his left. Back on defense, Nate and Remy. Cole Major pushes this one forward into the corner, looking to set something up. Sends it back towards Fisher. A little too far in front of Fisher's stick, and we're going to have an offsides as the River Kings threw it back across the blue line, and Lucas hadn't quite checked up yet. Cole Major for the faceoff. Wins it over to Sasha. Sasha pushes forward into the zone. Goes wide. Takes a shot, but it's disrupted. Bounces up and behind the net. Over to Fisher now. Fisher to Sasha. Sasha can't get a shot off there as he was right in the goalie's face. Back to Remy. Remy sends it up the boards for Sasha. Sasha trying to drag around one. Cannot do it. Now it's over to Nate. Nate settles it down. He's going to take a shot from the point, I think. No, maybe not. He just juked that kid so hard, though, he fell down. Nate on the back check. Gets back there and keeps the Kings from coming away clean. Remy in the corner, sends it up to Fisher. Fisher tries to cross it for Sasha. Nothing doing. They're right in front of the net, though. Remy comes in, throws a skate on it out of nowhere, and sends it behind the net. They loft this one up and over the net. And Cole Major is going to get there, and we're going to have a high stick on one or both of them. Yep, looks like Lucas is going to the box. So Bulls will be on a penalty kill for the next minute and a half. I will wait. No, you don't freeze it. Oh, it is. All right, they did stop the clock for this. Not sure why. shot from the blue line wide. Colton Pennington chasing it behind the Bulls net. Comes away with it, sends it up for Ethan Buck. Ethan goes wide. This one's going to squirt out. Colton trying to get it. Cannot get to the puck first, though. Back to Ethan Buck. Ethan settles it down. Pokes it across for Jude Cody. Too many bodies in the way. The River Kings pressing forward. They're going to take a shot. Wide, deflected in the corner. Here comes Caleb Doro. Caleb's got one to beat. Splits them. Oh, they get a stick on it, though, and slow him down. Caleb tosses this one deep into River King territory. Colton with some forward pressure. And River King's going to exit the zone here. Jude picks it up, sends it right back to Ethan, and that's offsides, but they're letting him tag up. Ethan hits Colton way deep in space. Colton chips it in. And chasing his guy in behind the net. They're going to rim this one around, trying to get it out. They do. Jude's going to send it back in. That's offsides. Two minutes and counting. Bulls have killed the penalty for Cole Major now. Big Ben and Bay Thomas out there. They're going to let Lucas out of the box as soon as the puck's dropped. Big Ben with the poke check, trying to send this one in the zone. Will Federley sits back and looks for his options, sends it over to Bay on the near side boards. Bay to Cole Major. Lucas takes it in deep, goes for the backhand centering pass, but too many defenders in the way. There's Will. Will throws it in deep, but it's really wide of the net. Gus skates up, trying to keep this one alive for the Bulls. This one gets out into the neutral zone. Bay's dropping back from her offensive position, and Gus gets tripped, no call. Here comes Cole Major, but they put a stick on it as he skates right into the teeth of the defense. Will goes wide for his brother. Gus back to Will. Will hits Cole Major at the blue line. He throws one from the blue line well wide of the net. Bay skates in. Bay trying to work it in tighter. Here comes Cole Major. Lucas Cole Major with a point-blank shot over the net. Big Ben recovers in the corner. Big Ben centers one. Can't get to Cole Major, though, as the goalie deflects it with his stick. This one goes back to Gus. Gus working through, holds it just in time, skates into the zone. He's going to dump it in deep and get back to his defensive spot. Time winding down here. Big Ben has it on the far side boards. He takes a shot just right at the center. Cole Major almost got that deflection goal, but the goalie jumps on it. We've got 15 seconds left. Maybe time enough to drop one more puck, but probably not. And it looks like your Bulls are going to skate away with a 9-1 victory over the River Kings. So great weekend. Boys went 3-0-1. Yeah, boys and Bay. That's right. Here they go, celebrating with the goalie. Really great job. Appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all the volunteers that helped make this weekend happen. We'll see you guys next weekend. Go Bulls.